I don't know if this is, oh, there's someone. So it must have started. Hey. Hey guys, what's up? Hi everybody joining. I'm popping on to do a quick live. Hello. It's another episode of As the Hair Dries Theater. But I'm actually coming on today, because I put some tweets up yesterday because you guys know I was in a film called The Craft, right? Some of you do. It was with three other girls in the 90s, and it's an old movie, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I don't know if you guys know about like the like horror conventions and stuff, like actors go to conventions for movies, blah, blah, blah. Some of you know, because I know you go to them. I've met some of you at them. And lately I've noticed that they're starting to book the other three girls from The Craft without me at the conventions. So let me just be clear. They're booking the other three white girls at the conventions and they're excluding me. And that's their right, by the way. They don't have to include me, but I am one of the main girls. And for me, to be honest, the button that it pushes for me is when we did the movie, I was already told, by production, like, take this money offer, take it or leave it. We have another black girl. And then at the premiere, which was amazing, I was so excited and it was so much fun. And then there was press afterwards that I was excluded from. And then there was the MTV Movie Awards that year that even though I had two movies coming out, the other three girls in the movie got to present while I sat in the audience. So I guess it's more like less about whining about how I was left out or certain things, but more just it kind of hit me on the level that as a person of color, during my career, I've had to kind of deal with these things and suck them up and just stick them somewhere, right? And a lot of black people know exactly, or people of color know exactly what I'm talking about. Like you kind of have these things that happen to you, these microaggressions or macroaggressions, and you kind of just have to suck them up. And I think, yesterday I just sort of realized that maybe that's why I was okay with taking a little break from Hollywood, because I was just tired of sucking up shit like that. And it's been really great to actually have a little bit of a break. Hi, Almeda Luca from Brazil. It's been kind of great to have a break and write a book, to be honest, because nobody's judging me on my skin color or the size of my ass. I'm just writing a fucking book. And it's a really nice process. I'm excited though, I'm sort of in the wrap-up process of that, and then I'm going to be on a show called Better Things, which is Pamela Adlon's show on FX this spring, and I'll be getting back more into acting once I'm completely done with the book and stuff. But like honestly, when I was thinking about yesterday and thinking about the fact that like it's 25 years later and they're still excluding me from craft stuff, I was like, that doesn't make me anxious to try to jump back the fuck into Hollywood. But at the same time, I get it. It's just what it is. Because what I said on Twitter was, listen, it's not that big a deal to not be up on stage presenting an award at the MTV movie thing. That's an ego blow more than anything, right? It's like, oh, my ego hurts. But what I want to talk to you, because I know some of you out there listening are white, is that the sum total effect of that is that you have to swallow these little things and then the bile rises in your throat and burns a hole in your esophagus and you can't breathe as a person of color, and then you like push it all back down and you start all over the next day. And the reason why I was kind of talking to specifically saying white people, because I think you guys don't get this. I think you don't understand that sometimes it's not just that one little slight. It's that there's all these slights. And the other thing why I'm saying white people is because I know that some people out there are saying, well, but Rachel, maybe it was just an oversight, or maybe they just didn't. And the thing is, when I was younger, I would go, yeah, you know what? You're probably right. You're probably right. I'm paranoid, and this is an oversight. But what that does, again, after 30 years of sucking down your own truth, make other people comfortable is that you duck out of fucking Hollywood for a while because you just can't even take it and you write a book. So I just want to say this because Nicholas Raber says it's really sad your castmates didn't have your back. No, let me be clear on this, okay? Faruza Balk texted me about this like a month or two ago. She let me know a while back and was like, I want you there and blah, blah, blah. So some people on Twitter have said, well, why don't the other girls not go? Listen, I'm not trying to get in the middle of their coin, you know? I'm not trying to disrupt that. I'm not trying to say I don't think they should give up the gig because I'm not there. I mean, I guess that would be such a great show of solidarity, but I don't actually want that or expect that. I want them to make their money, right? It is uncomfortable, though, to me that people don't understand why this might be upsetting to me, and may think it's, you know, just petty. But again, it just goes back to like in the 90s again, like if I wasn't on the MTV Movie Awards, that meant all the producers in the audience and casting people weren't seeing me. That meant you guys watching on TV weren't seeing me up on stage. So what that did was, back in the 90s, I could name 20 white celebrities, like little girls on shows. We all knew their names because they were in the magazines, they were here, but I could not name more than a few black people because we weren't included in that publicity machine. And I was always like, just right there on the outside of it. Like I remember being at the Vanity Fair Oscar dinner party, and someone from the magazine came up to me, and I was there with Nev, and someone from the magazine came up to me and said, you know, I'm really happy you're here. And I was like, I'm just Nev's friend. And he said, no, you're Rachel True. I'm really happy you're here. And I got what he was saying. There was like nobody black there besides like Diana Ross. So basically, you know, he was saying, I know who you are. I've seen your work and I'm glad you're here. You deserve to be here. So like I said, for me as a grown woman, it's a little triggering for old stuff, right? But it doesn't affect my self-worth. Like I know my self-worth. Trust me. But I think if you're young, like if you're a 20-year-old actress coming up now, it's gonna be a little less tricky, I think, than it was when I was coming up, but not really. You're gonna face some of the same stuff, and I think it can break a person. You know, it can start to make you feel like, well, maybe I am worth a quarter of what the other girls are getting paid for this movie. A quarter, less than a quarter of what they got paid. You go, maybe I'm worth that. You then go, oh, well, you're right, you guys. I'm not as famous as you, and that's why I'm not up on the MTV movie stage. Yeah. Or whatever it is, you start to make excuses for everybody else and yourself. And so I'm just talking to you young kids, especially if there's actors out there, you know, just to hold your own confidence, be strong. Like, I booked plenty of work, even despite blah, 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 what was going on back in the day. So it didn't stop me from having my dreams. But all right, now I have been blabbering on, and I have not even, I'm going way back and trying to look at some of your questions, but I don't know that I'll get to most of them, because basically I'm just on a soapbox today, okay? Because I'm tired of white people telling me to shut the fuck up about this shit. I'm so over it. This is my opinion on this. If you disagree, that is perfectly fine. But please don't tell me to be quiet about it, because I've suffered a lifetime of it. And now that I'm an old lady, I get to speak out. That's what I realized a few weeks ago. I was like, oh, wait, I'm like a fucking grown-up now. Like, I can say shit, and people can't say shit to me because I can be like, I'm a grown-up. Hey, Trish. Everybody's probably gone. Hey, Tanisha. Hey, Trish. I'm going to try to look for some questions, but I don't know. Well, actually, I have to go down to the end. So if you said anything, maybe say it again. So a lot of you are agreeing that it's kind of funky. I do agree, because like I said, it's really just about money too. Like, these girls are going to walk away with a fucking shit ton of money from these things that I don't get. And I like money. I don't know about you, but I'm a fan of it for security. Hi from St. Louis, Mr. Tanisha loves, so sweet. Young Costanza, nice. FX has good shows. That's exciting. They do have really good shows, actually. I am a huge fan of Better Things, especially because, I don't know, I think it just really talks about life for women in a very real way, like a real way that I'm living. It's the closest show I've seen that depicts like really what it's like to be a mother. But it's less about the mothering, by the way. I think I didn't watch, when it first came on, I'm going to totally admit, I didn't watch the first couple episodes because I was like, oh, it's probably just about kids. And it's not at all. It's not at all. It's about like being, basically kind of being a Gen X woman, being a grown woman. Okay, let's see. Again, people are saying my co-stars should speak up. Like I said, I don't necessarily expect them to, like they didn't back in the day. They weren't even aware. They're probably not aware of this, Like I said, again, for me, the issue is that it is just so easy to exclude. So Hollywood has opened up, right? We see a renaissance in Black Hollywood, and we see that. So the convention world is a whole separate thing over there where they're talking about dollars and cents. When I go to them, I'm usually the only Black person there. There's some Black people at the convention, but it's mostly white people. So I think they're just thinking about straight up 100% dollars and cents here. But like I said, I just felt like compelled to come on today and be like, listen, if you're young and you're going through this and, you're at an audition and they're telling you to be sassier or they're telling you to, act Blacker or do this or do that, you're going through like all the same things that I did in my career. And maybe you will have to get surgery on your esophagus from all the shit you've sucked up over the years. Okay, I'm going to skip all the way down to the bottom because I'm sweaty and I got to jump off soon. I really just came on to rant. Almeida says The Craft was your last work for TV. No, The Craft was a movie I did a long time ago. I think they're from Brazil. Go watch it. It's a silly movie. 90s flavor. Hey, Rachel. Hi from San Antonio. Hi, guys. Biddy Carr. Oh, hey, Biddy Carr. Keep on speaking up. I can't wait to see you on Better Things. Hey, yeah, no, I will speak up. I think when I was younger, I was just like, no, you know what? I just be quiet and do my thing and just, be lucky. I was told so many times, you're just so lucky to be here. You're so lucky to be here, Rachel, because you're the only Black person. And I was always told too, I'll leave you with this. I'm not even going to really answer any questions, but I know when I booked the craft job, you know what my agent told me? This is what my agent told me. And you don't have to deal with this shit as white people. I was told, Rachel, you can't act like these white girls on set. Just know that. They'll fire you for the same behavior. You cannot act like these white girls. And you know what? All these years later, I'm realizing I still can't act like the white girls. I don't need to. I'm very happy with my mixed Black Jewishness. I'm not trying to act like a white girl. But the point is, Hollywood drives me nuts for that. It drives me nuts. So the other thing, I'll leave you on this. If you guys go to any of those kind of conventions, if you attend those things, write them letters and ask for the people you want. I'm not just talking about me. I'm saying like there's other actors that you like who are of color. You request them because it's the only way we're going to get our fucking asses to them and making any money. So anyway, I'm going to skip. I'm so sweaty today. I'm angry sweaty. Kill Skywalker says would love to see you collab with Greg Araki again. Oh, first of all, Greg was amazing. I love Greg Araki. He's got a new movie coming out soon, and no, I'll probably never work with him again because he only works with like really pretty 20-year-olds. And I get it. When you shoot a 20-year-old, everything is where it should be. There's no 2 hours in makeup. The skin's really firm. I love Greg Araki. I really wish I could. I wish I could go back in time and do another movie with him because he was so. He's a great director. Stand tall on my soapbox. I plan on it. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off now because I've got to go de-sweat and dry my hair and calm down because you know me. I'm not usually ranty like this about these sort of things, but the truth is, I just sucked up so much. And so did you guys, by the way. It's not just me, right? But in this year, in writing the tarot book, right? Some of you know I'm writing a tarot book. And part of it is a memoir. There are 22 major arcana cards in the tarot. And I write a personal memoir about my life and about Hollywood and blah, 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 one for each of those 22 things. So part of why this probably hit me is I've been sitting here writing about it and reliving it, to a certain extent. And then when it came up in my face and it's going to affect my money in today's world, not just memories from back in the day, but now you're affecting me today. Yeah, it got me riled up. And maybe I go back and revise some of those motherfucking chapters and say what I really thought. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go now because the book, by the way, isn't just the memoirs. It's actually, I've gone out of my way to try to be as inclusive as I can with different tarot definitions or interpretations for the cards, as well as I'm designing a deck set. And it's just a way, like I'm going to go do a reading now to calm my ass down. I love tarot. It's literally like a shrink in a box. It's a way for me to help myself figure out, you know, how to switch this mood and change the energy, because I'm certainly not going to let, you know, what I consider like low vibe energy around me drag me down because of this. You know, I've got many other things to do, like find a husband. All right. Bye, guys.